You love your dog. They're your best friend, your shadow, and your couch companion. Naturally, you want to share your favorite foods with them. But here's the truth. Some things we hand over, or that accidentally fall on the floor, can do more harm than you realize. And I'm not just talking about chocolate or grapes. There are other surprising foods you probably never questioned, and some might be in your kitchen right now. In this video, we'll break down 12 foods you should never feed your dog into 2 parts. First, we'll explore 6 common but risky foods you might be feeding without knowing it. Then, we'll test your knowledge with a quick quiz before moving on to the next 6 foods. So let's start with the first 6. Foods that can quietly cause big problems for your dog. 1. Bread. Many dog owners assume bread is completely harmless. After all, it's just baked flour and water, right? But modern commercial bread is far from simple or natural. It often contains a variety of additives, preservatives, sugars, and yeast that can pose risks to your dog's health. Inside your dog's stomach, the yeast can continue to ferment, producing gas that causes uncomfortable and potentially dangerous bloating. This isn't just a minor upset. In severe cases, the stomach can twist on itself. A life-threatening condition called gastric dilatation volvulus, or bloat. This twisting cuts off blood supply to vital organs and requires immediate veterinary intervention to save your dog's life. Even breads marketed as healthier options, like whole grain or sourdough, aren't completely risk-free. These breads can contribute to an unnecessary overload of carbohydrates, which over time may lead to unhealthy weight gain and increase the risk of diabetes in your dog. If you've been giving bread regularly, whether as a treat or a way to hide medication, it's time to reconsider. Instead, choose safer, nutrient-rich alternatives like crunchy carrot sticks, fresh cucumber slices, or small pieces of apple. Just be sure to remove any seeds. These options satisfy your dog's craving for a tasty crunch without the hidden dangers that bread may bring. 2. Peanut butter with xylitol. Peanut butter is a beloved treat for many dogs, and humans too. It's perfect for stuffing inside toys, using as a training reward, or simply offering a tasty snack. But there's a hidden danger in many commercial peanut butters: xylitol. This artificial sweetener is safe for humans, but is highly toxic to dogs, even in tiny amounts. When dogs ingest xylitol, it triggers a rapid release of insulin, causing their blood sugar to drop dangerously low within just an hour or 2. This can lead to symptoms ranging from wobbling and weakness to seizures, liver failure, and potentially death. The most frightening part is that many pet owners don't realize what's happening until it's too late to intervene. Xylitol can appear under various names on ingredient labels, including birch sugar, so it's crucial to always read the label carefully. Even if a peanut butter doesn't contain xylitol, it often includes added sugars and unhealthy oils that can contribute to obesity and pancreatitis, a painful inflammation of the pancreas. For the safest option, choose natural peanut butter made only from roasted peanuts with no additives. Alternatively, mashed pumpkin or plain yogurt can be a great substitute treat that keeps your dog safe and happy. 3. Dairy products. There's nothing quite like the joy on your dog's face when they get a lick of ice cream or a bit of cheese. It's heartwarming to see them enjoy these treats, but most adult dogs are actually lactose intolerant. While puppies can digest lactose in their mother's milk during nursing, this ability diminishes as they grow older. For many dogs, even a small amount of milk, cheese, or cream can trigger uncomfortable digestive issues such as bloating, diarrhea, and gas. Additionally, many dairy products contain high levels of fat, which increases the risk of pancreatitis, an inflammation of the pancreas that is both extremely painful and potentially life-threatening. Some dogs tolerate small amounts of lower lactose cheeses, like goat cheese, better than others, but it's best to keep these as occasional treats rather than daily snacks. If your dog loves creamy textures, consider safer alternatives such as frozen banana slices or lactose-free coconut yogurt. These options can give your dog the creamy treat they crave without risking stomach upset or more serious health problems. 4th, processed meats. Bacon, sausages, and deli meats might smell irresistible to your dog and be tempting for you to share. But these processed meats come with a dangerous mix of risks. They are typically loaded with high amounts of salt, unhealthy fats, and chemical preservatives like sodium nitrate. Excessive salt intake can strain your dog's kidneys and cause dehydration, while preservatives have been linked to increased risks of cancer in dogs. The fat content, especially in meats like bacon, can also trigger pancreatitis, a painful and potentially fatal inflammation of the pancreas. This is especially concerning for breeds predisposed to this condition, such as miniature schnauzers and cocker spaniels. If you want to share meat with your dog, always opt for plain, lean, and thoroughly cooked options, like boiled chicken breast or unseasoned turkey breast. Remove all skin and avoid adding salt, spices, or seasonings, as these can further harm your dog's health. Remember, what's safe and tasty for us isn't always safe for our canine companions. 5. Tomatoes, unripe or plant parts. While ripe red tomatoes are generally safe for dogs to eat in very small amounts, the green parts of the tomato plant, including unripe green tomatoes, stems, and leaves, contain natural toxins called solanine and tomatine. These compounds can cause a variety of health issues in dogs, including upset stomach, muscle weakness, slow heart rate, and even neurological problems. Dogs that chew on tomato plants in gardens or yards may drool excessively, appear confused, and have difficulty breathing. If you grow tomatoes at home, it's very important to keep your dog away from the plants to prevent accidental ingestion of these toxic parts. Instead of offering tomatoes, consider giving your dog safe and healthy fruity snacks such as blueberries or seedless watermelon slices, which are packed with antioxidants and vitamins beneficial for their overall health. 6. Nuts. Certain nuts are especially dangerous for dogs, with macadamia nuts and walnuts topping the list. These can cause severe symptoms such as weakness, vomiting, tremors, and a significant drop in body temperature within just a few hours after ingestion. Even nuts that sound safer, like almonds and cashews, are very high in fat, which can lead to pancreatitis, a serious and painful inflammation of the pancreas, if consumed regularly. On top of that, many store-bought nuts are coated with salt, chocolate, or sweeteners like xylitol, turning them into a triple threat for your dog's health. Beyond toxicity, nuts also pose a choking hazard and can be hard for dogs to digest, increasing the risk of intestinal blockages. Instead of nuts, you can offer your dog crunchy vegetables such as celery sticks or carrot sticks. These provide satisfying texture and chewing enjoyment without any of the dangerous side effects associated with nuts. Alright, let's see how well you remember the first 6 foods. We've got 6 quick true or false questions. Think fast and keep track of your score. Ready? Let's go. Question 1. Whole grain bread is perfectly fine for dogs as a daily snack. True or false? Take a second to think. The answer is false. Even whole grain bread can lead to carb overload and bloating. Too many carbs can also cause weight gain and increase diabetes risk over time. Question 2. Only large amounts of xylitol can harm dogs. True or false? What's your guess? The answer is false. Even a tiny amount of xylitol can be deadly. It can cause a sudden drop in blood sugar within hours, leading to seizures or even liver failure. Question 3. Goat cheese is always safe for dogs. True or false? Think carefully. The answer is false. Goat cheese has less lactose than cow's milk cheese, but it can still upset your dog's stomach and should only be an occasional treat. Question 4. The main danger in processed meats is fat. True or false? What do you think? The answer is false. Fat is one danger, but high salt and preservatives like sodium nitrate are equally harmful, putting strain on your dog's kidneys and increasing cancer risk. Question 5. Ripe tomatoes are as toxic as green ones. True or false? Time's up. The answer is False. Ripe tomatoes are generally safe in tiny amounts, but green tomatoes, stems, and leaves contain toxins that can harm your dog. Question 6. Macadamia nuts can cause tremors in dogs. True or false? Final question. The answer is true. Macadamia nuts can cause weakness, vomiting, tremors, and even a drop in body temperature, all within hours of ingestion. How many did you get right? Tell us in the comments. And if you missed one, don't worry. The goal is to keep learning so our dogs can keep living their best lives. Let's get back to the list. 7. Flavored yogurt. Yogurt often gets a reputation as a healthy treat because it contains probiotics that support digestion. However, many flavored yogurts marketed for humans are loaded with high amounts of added sugars, artificial flavorings, and sometimes even dangerous sweeteners like xylitol, which is highly toxic to dogs. Excessive sugar consumption can lead to serious health issues in dogs, such as obesity, diabetes, and dental problems including cavities and gum disease. Additionally, many dogs are lactose intolerant, meaning dairy-based yogurts can cause stomach upset, bloating, gas, and diarrhea. The sugar and lactose together can make flavored yogurts a digestive nightmare for your furry friend. If you want to provide the benefits of probiotics safely, it's much better to stick to plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt or specially formulated lactose-free dog yogurts. Always double-check the ingredient list before sharing any yogurt with your dog to avoid hidden sugars and sweeteners that could cause harm. 8. Rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken is undeniably tempting for dogs. The smell, the juicy meat, and that irresistible skin all call to them. But store-bought rotisserie chickens are usually seasoned with salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and other spices that are unsafe for dogs. Garlic and onion powder, in particular, are toxic to dogs because they can damage red blood cells and cause a condition called hemolytic anemia. This leads to weakness, lethargy, pale gums, and in severe cases, organ failure. The fatty skin on rotisserie chicken also poses a big problem. It's high in fat, which can trigger pancreatitis, a very painful and dangerous inflammation of the pancreas. If you want to treat your dog to chicken, it's safest to prepare plain, unseasoned chicken at home by boiling or baking it without any spices or skin. Removing the skin and fat helps keep the protein lean and nutritious without the hidden dangers found in pre-seasoned store-bought options. 9. Breakfast cereals. Many dog owners assume breakfast cereals are a harmless snack, but most cereals are loaded with artificial colors, flavors, and high levels of sugar, all of which can harm your dog's health over time. Research shows that high sugar diets contribute to insulin resistance, obesity, and metabolic disorders in dogs, which can shorten their lifespan and reduce their quality of life. Some cereals even contain raisins or chocolate pieces, both of which are extremely toxic to dogs and can cause severe illness or death. Even simple cereals like cornflakes or rice puffs offer little to no nutritional value and can cause digestive disturbances due to their highly processed carbohydrate content. For a healthy alternative to cereal, consider offering your dog plain cooked oats topped with a few fresh blueberries or banana slices. This snack provides fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins without the risks posed by sugary processed cereals. 10. Canned fish, especially tuna. Fish is generally a good protein source for dogs, packed with omega-3 fatty acids that support skin, coat, and joint health. However, canned fish, especially canned tuna, poses specific risks. Tuna often contains high levels of mercury, a heavy metal toxin that can accumulate in your dog's body over time. Mercury poisoning affects the nervous system and can lead to symptoms like tremors, lack of coordination, and behavioral changes. Additionally, canned fish is typically preserved in salty brine or oil, which adds excess sodium and fat to your dog's diet. Too much salt can lead to high blood pressure, dehydration, and kidney strain, while unhealthy oils may cause digestive upset or pancreatitis. Some canned fish brands also include artificial preservatives that contribute to long-term health problems. To safely include fish in your dog's diet, opt for fresh cooked salmon or sardines packed in water with no added salt or oil. These choices provide beneficial nutrients without the risks linked to canned fish. 11th, popcorn with butter or seasonings. Popcorn might seem like a fun, light snack to share with your dog, but the type most people eat is a recipe for trouble. While plain air-popped popcorn in small amounts isn't necessarily dangerous, movie theater-style popcorn smothered in butter, salt, and artificial flavorings is a different story. The high-fat content can cause pancreatitis, which is a painful and potentially life-threatening inflammation of the pancreas. Excess salt increases your dog's thirst, risks dehydration, and puts extra strain on the kidneys. Many seasonings contain garlic or onion powder, both toxic to dogs, and artificial sweeteners like xylitol, which can cause severe poisoning. Additionally, unpopped kernels pose a choking hazard or can crack your dog's teeth. If you want to share popcorn with your dog, stick strictly to plain, air-popped popcorn without any additives, and only offer it as a very occasional treat. It should never replace a balanced, nutritious diet. 12. Instant noodles. Instant noodles are cheap, quick, and easy to prepare, which might explain why some dog owners have shared them with their pets without knowing the risks. However, instant noodles are highly processed and typically contain excessive sodium, preservatives, artificial flavorings, and seasoning packets loaded with onion powder, garlic powder, and MSG, all toxic or harmful to dogs. High salt content can lead to dehydration, high blood pressure, and kidney issues. The noodles themselves offer no real nutritional value, consisting mostly of processed carbohydrates that can contribute to unhealthy weight gain and diabetes if fed regularly. Instead of instant noodles, consider warm, wholesome alternatives like plain cooked brown rice or quinoa. These options are more digestible, packed with nutrients, and provide your dog with sustained energy without the hidden dangers of instant noodle ingredients. Time for round 2. Let's see what you remember from foods 7 through 12. 6 quick true or false questions. Let's go. Question 1. Flavored yogurt is safe for dogs if there's no xylitol. True or false? Think it over. The answer is false. Even without xylitol, flavored yogurt can be high in sugar and lactose, which can upset your dog's stomach and cause weight gain. Question 2. Rotisserie chicken is safe as long as you remove the skin. True or false? What's your call? The answer is false. The seasoning itself, including garlic and onion powder, can harm your dog's red blood cells and cause anemia. Question 3. Plain oats are healthier for dogs than cereal. True or false? Easy one. The answer is true. Plain cooked oats are nutritious, filling, and free of added sugar, unlike most breakfast cereals. Question 4. Canned tuna is fine for dogs in large amounts. True or false? Think carefully. The answer is false. Tuna can contain high levels of mercury, which can build up in your dog's body and harm their nervous system. Question 5. Unpopped popcorn kernels can crack a dog's teeth. True or false? Your guess? The answer is true. They can also be a choking hazard or get stuck in the gums, so stick to plain, popped kernels, and only occasionally. Question 6. Instant noodles are harmless if you don't add seasoning. True or false? Last question. The answer is false. The noodles themselves are highly processed carbs with no nutrition and can still cause digestive problems for your dog. How did you do this time? If you got all 12 quiz questions right today, you're officially a dog safety champ. But even if you didn't, You're already doing better than most by being here and learning. A life saved. How one dog's near tragedy changed everything. Before we finish today's video, I want to share a story that really touched my heart. And I think it will touch yours too. It's about a woman named Sarah and her rescue dog, Max. Max wasn't always the happy, healthy dog you might imagine. When Sarah first found him, Max was abandoned, thin, and incredibly shy. He'd clearly been through a lot, and he wasn't used to trusting humans. Sarah's heart broke for him, and she was determined to give him the love and care he'd never had before. At first, Sarah showed her love the way many of us do, with treats. She wanted Max to feel special and cared for, so she would often give him little bites of whatever she was eating. A crust of bread here, a piece of cheese there. It seemed harmless, and Max loved the attention and treats. One day, wanting to surprise Max with something special, Sarah grabbed a spoonful of peanut butter, a favorite among many dogs, from a brand she hadn't bought before. She thought it would be a delicious reward for her brave new friend. But just within an hour of eating that peanut butter, things took a frightening turn. Max started stumbling around the room, unable to keep his balance. His eyes looked glassy and unfocused, and before Sarah could even react fully, he collapsed. Panic-stricken, she scooped him up and rushed to the nearest veterinary emergency clinic. At the vet, the terrifying diagnosis was made. Max had ingested xylitol, a sugar substitute commonly found in some peanut butters, and it was poisoning his system. Xylitol causes a rapid release of insulin, which sends a dog's blood sugar plummeting dangerously low. A condition that can lead to seizures, liver failure, and even death if not treated immediately. The vets told Sarah that if she had waited just 30 minutes longer to bring Max in, he might not have made it. Over the next 48 hours, Max was in intensive care. Sarah stayed by his side, praying and hoping, while the veterinary team fought to save his life. The road to recovery was tough, but Max was a fighter. Slowly, he began to regain strength, and little by little, he started to come back to the dog Sarah knew he could be. That harrowing experience was a turning point for Sarah. She realized that many of the foods she'd been giving Max, out of love and a desire to comfort him, were actually putting him in grave danger. From that day forward, she committed herself to learning everything she could about canine nutrition and food safety. She became passionate about educating other dog owners too. Sarah even started handing out safety cards at her local dog park, warning others about the hidden dangers of certain human foods and sharing safer treat alternatives. Sarah's story didn't just help Max, it's helped dozens of dogs in her community avoid similar dangers. Today, Max is a happy, healthy dog who thrives on simple, safe treats like crunchy carrot sticks and plain-cooked chicken. He's full of energy, love, and trust, a testament to how knowledge and care can truly change a dog's life. Sarah often says that the most important lesson she's learned through this experience is that loving a dog sometimes means saying no to those big, pleading eyes. It means understanding that the safest way to show love is by protecting their health, even if it means resisting the urge to give in to every little begging moment. So, as we wrap up this video, remember Max and Sarah's story. It's a powerful reminder that being a responsible dog owner means making informed choices that keep our furry friends safe and well. Because at the end of the day, nothing matters more than their health and happiness. Dogs rely on us completely for their safety and well-being, and one of the most important ways we can protect them is by being aware of the foods that can harm them. Knowing which treats and snacks to avoid is a key part of responsible and loving pet care. If you learned something new or helpful today, please take a moment to like this video and share it with your fellow dog lovers. Because the more people who know, the safer our furry friends will be. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We regularly share useful tips, advice, and fun facts to help you keep your dog happy, healthy, and thriving every day. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with us. Now go ahead and treat your dog to safe, delicious, and wholesome snacks, because they deserve nothing less than the very best.